Hello, hello. This is Creating Cards with Sherry. I'm Sherry, and I'm so glad that you have chosen to join me today for my Tickled Tuesday video. I trust you had a great New Year's Day, and this is the first video for 2023, and I'm so excited. I'm going to be sharing with you how to make a cascading card. Cascading card. I got this idea from another demonstrator by the name of Kelly Atchison. Actually, there are several demonstrators who have made these cascading cards because they've been around a while. But I chose to follow her directions because they were much simpler and easy to work with. There is a series of measurements that need to be done, and some people went all out and did all sorts of measuring. This one is a simpler version of that. What you're going to need is your base card needs to be two pieces of yeah, 6 by 8. Okay. And on the 6 side, the 6-inch side, we are going to make a little tick mark at the 3 inches. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my, there we go. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's there. Right there. And I'm going to line up my tick mark with the bottom right-hand corner and get them both right in the cutting edge. And then I'm just going to cut. Okay. And then I'm going to turn this upside down, get my cutter out of the way, and I'm going to score at 2, at 4, and again at 6. All right, now I already did 1, so I just showed you how to do it with the other one. You're going to want to fold your card so that you're going to want to fold each of them so that your points, actually should go this way, will match like that. Okay. All right. Now, the other thing is on one, you are going to want to cut on the 4-inch and the 2-inch score from the top to the bottom or towards the middle, and the other one on the 2-inch and the 4-inch or 6-inch, I should say, 6-inch and 2-inch. I don't want to confuse you. So 6-inch and 2-inch, we cut from the top to the middle. Now we're going to cut from the bottom to the middle. All right, and if you go over the middle a little bit, it's not a big deal. And what you're going to do is you're going to put the two together, inserting the top through the bottom. And you're going to make sure that they are flush. Now, as you can see, this one didn't get cut far enough, so it didn't go down far enough. So let's see which one's got the longer. I don't know that it really matters. Let's cut this one just a little bit more. And we'll try this again. I'd rather be cut short than too long, but you do want to make sure. Oh, this one's a little short too. Oh, that one's. There we go. Now they're flush. Okay, so you want to make sure that they are flush. And then you're just going to pull the middles out so that it stands up like this. Okay, that's the beginning of our card. Then you are going to want to take some DSP paper, designer series paper, and you're going to want to cut two pieces at 5 7/8 by 7 7/8. And then on the 5 7/8 side, you want to make a tick mark at 2 7/8. So I'm just going to make a slight mark up there. And again, I'm going to line my tick mark with the right bottom end corner. Line them up so they're both in that cutting edge where they belong. And I'm going to slice it. Okay, now this time, uh-oh, I think I did it wrong. I should have done it on this side because I have a feeling, let's see, let me just double check this, because if I made the mistake, I do not want to continue going on. I'll be able to tell you in a minute. I did it right. Okay, good. All right, you want to make sure, depending upon what you're doing, you can have the two different sides on your cascading card. I am choosing to do both the same side. So I wanted to make sure that I had flipped my paper correctly and got that. Now we're cutting 4 pieces at 1 7/8. Okay. All right. So as you can see, I have one set that angles this way and one set that angles this way. And that's what you want when you cut your paper. All right. Then from here, let's see. Want to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything. All right, now we're going to stamp. You're going to make um, two labels, one to go in the front and one to go to the back, and they will stabilize your card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this blue one as my front and this one, the white one, as my back, and I'm just going to stamp. I'm going to stamp my sentiment on the front, and I'm using the Pacific Point. Some people just make life better, and Pacific Point paper will go there, and then I'm going to make a little bow just to make that look nice in the back. All right, so now we have our stamping out of the way. And I believe we are ready to assemble. So what we're going to do is we're just going to start. Oh, helps if you take the cap off. And we're going to put this right here. Sometimes it helps to take them apart so that you can see better where you're placing it. Okay, and I'm going to take the other one on the other side. And put it over here. And then when I'm done, I'm always going to put them back together somewhat so that I can make sure that everything lines up. And I say that because at one point, depending upon where you put your DSP, it's not going to be assembled the way you think it should. I don't know how else to say it. I had some confusing moments and I had to figure out how to do it. Okay, let's see. Now we want the middle pieces and we want them to go right there. And put this over and put this one on. There you go. Okay, now we want the inside here, and that's where it starts to get a little tricky because when you take it apart, the inside on this one is over here and the inside on this one is over here. Yep. So it's not lined up with the other side like you think it would be. Does that make sense? You'd think you would just follow this. It doesn't. It goes on the other side. Okay? So that's why I said it's a little tricky. You have to watch what you're doing to make sure that you get it where it needs to be. Okay, now if I remember correctly, the last two will go on the same side as these. Okay, now we've got all our panels done and we can assemble the card together. All right, and then with our labels, we are going to position them so that they solidify all the pieces together. So this will hold your front together. And you might have to do a little bit adjusting when you do these. And this is what's going to have your message on it. I would suggest before gluing it together to write your message on it so that you aren't writing over all the bumps. I would write your message on before you glue it on, but this will hold the back together, okay? And then I'm just going to add a little bit more in embellishments to make this look really cool. I'm taking some snowflakes, so I'm making this a winter cascade look. And I'm going to put a snowflake there. Oh, and one right here. And my last one right up here. All right, so that when it sits up, it'll look like that. I'm going to add one more thing. And that is, I took our, those are the Wondrous Snowflakes. And this is our Balmy Blue double stitched ribbon. All right, and I'm going to just put that ribbon right there. And I'm going to trim up the ends just a bit. And let's bring this down a little bit more so you can see the message. All right. Some people just make life better. And here's our winter card. It looks like this on that side. And when you stand it up, it's like this. Okay. And that's how you make a cascading card. Now I'm just going to go through all the products that we used today. We used the mini dots to secure the snowflakes and the bow. All right, I already told you about the ribbon. I used Pacific Point in ink and the paper. The DSP is called Dandy Designs, and you can get that in the new mini catalog, which is available to you now. This Thursday, January 5th, is when you will be able to order from the new mini catalog. So that the image for the DSP paper will not be on my blog page today because it is not yet available. All right, but you will be able to get it Thursday, January 5th. Then I used stamps from the Country Wreaths Stamp Set. Or I'm sorry, Cottage Wreaths. Cottage Wreath Stamp Set. I took the bow and the saying, the sentiment. And I think that's about it. So there you have it, your cascading card. Isn't that cool? I made a bunch of other ones earlier, so I'll show those to you. This one, I made a thank you cascading card. And I like the way that one turned out. This one is similar to what we just did with the snowflakes, only I did it with butterflies. And I made it a happy birthday with the saying, what a beautiful difference one single life makes. And then this one was really different. This is the one that it's similar to Kelly Atchison's card. She did a white card and stamped all over it and then added flowers. So I did that first for a special person on a special day. And I just did a little design on the bottom. And that was the first card that I made. So as you can see, there's a variety of things that you can do when you make these cascading cards. The other difference in this one is that the DSP paper is two different patterns. All right, so this doesn't have DSP, but it's stamped all over. All right, this has two different patterns. This has the one single pattern. We made ours today with the one single pattern. You know what? I don't like this snowflake here. I'm gonna move it up a little bit. I think I like it better there. I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe if well, I don't know if that'll work that way either. It was easier to do it that way here, but I had a smaller butterfly, so I'll have to decide where I really truly like this snowflake. But because it's big like the other ones, it's more challenging to make that decision. All right. So anyway, I trust that you enjoyed today's video. If you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comment section down below. If you are interested in any of these products, go to my shop, Stampin' Up! Creating Cards with Sherry at stampinup.net. Don't forget to put the host code in, 2WTSTBHR, for any special awards. And you can go to my blog spot to get the directions on how to do this at Creating Cards with Sherry blog at .blogspot.com. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. You have a fantastic day, and I hope that you will enjoy doing your own cascading card. Have a good day. Bye-bye.